I asked a question before about Web 1, Web 2, that we were promised a peer-to-peer world that did not materialize. What makes you so sure that it works this time around? I mean, of course, Web 2, we had also transaction costs decreasing dramatically, but we have this big tax. What do you think is the difference now with Web 3? Is it that the technology is different? Is it that we will regulate it differently? Or how confident are you that we are staying in a decentralized world?
I think the monetization part is different. The one thing which gonna make a huge difference is the data monetization part in Web 2. And that's what the culture is right now, the change, structural change. Nobody is willing to trade a large amount of private data, even the like on one of the biggest social networking platforms, with for some maybe ad generation, revenue generation, those kind of private things. So that's going to be one of the biggest difference, I think. Maybe down the line, you're gonna get paid to do some likes or swaps. One thing which we are now discussing in DeFi world or Web3 world is DAO frameworks, like decentralized autonomous organization. Just to give you a background, like we have seen, like everybody would have read in the books, democracy is difficult. It's one of the most difficult concepts to implement in a real life. That's why, like, we are actually thinking about this from the framework of democracy, decentralized autonomous organization, and that's what is going to be the driving force in the Web3. So it's going to be the small, large set of communities who gonna come and play a role in this Web3 framework, who gonna enforce some decentralization rules. So it's gonna be, so if one system is not performing well, then the communities or large communities can gather and vote them out, something like that. Right now, the system is not perfect. We've seen in the news the skewness, and there are various papers written by like the professors who are already there in the conference. Like, there is skewness in the voting pattern right now in DAO governance framework. Like 1 or 2 people own like 50% of the voting power. But that's going to change. And that's why I'm so bullish on the CBDC being into the retail world. More people will come in. Like, it's like exactly like a democracy. You start giving adult franchise to everyone. It took world like, I don't know, 150 years to make up a mind that the income and the voting power should be uncorrelated, right? So it's difficult, but yeah, it's doable as well. And
so could you see a decentralized autonomous national bank with governance tokens and people voting on monetary policy with governance tokens?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think you are amused with the idea as well. So so monetary policy committee, 4 to 5 members, slow to react in this inflationary time. If you have like $1, probably central bank can start thinking about having a signal vote, not a vote, but probably people can vote and say like, yeah, I signal, do something. Like, it would be faster.